Today I'll be talking about the PS5 Pro, but thank you for clicking onto this video. This is just going to be a bunch of problems I have with the PS5 Pro, things that I kind of don't like and like. First being the price, we all know, $700, and that's just for the base console, not including the disc drive and the stand. Me personally, I really don't care about this stand because you can just put it on its side. But for it to not come with a disc drive to play my physical media with is insane. And I know you can still go out and buy it, but why would I go out of my way to do all of that? On top of that, I just feel like they're corralling us to just use the online games, you know, which isn't really that good either, because then they can control the price at their discretion. Because if you can get physical media, you can get it from like somebody who doesn't want a game anymore. Price sales go down or something, and with that, it's just absurd to think about. On top of all of that, I really don't see any difference. They show the graphics, but really there's really no difference. I'll get into that later in this video. Another part with it is that how is this better than the PS5 in and of itself? If you really think about it, from the PS4 to the PS4 Pro, you can clearly tell there's a noticeable difference, especially once you dive into looking at the actual specs of the console itself. Another part, there are little to no games that are exclusive to the PS5, which is kind of sad to see, because at least for me, the only ones that stick out is Astrobot and Spider-Man 2, Stellar Blade, and Marvel's Wolverine. Other than that, no other game really sticks out. And speaking of games, most of the games are just remasters, two of them being Bloodborne and The Last of Us. From what I know, that's literally how it looks like. So they're doing the state of play today sometime. I don't know how that could go. Hopefully they'll introduce more games, but other than that, nothing else I can really talk about. That's all. This part of this section, we're just looking at the graphics and what they're showing. Obviously larger GPU, AI upscaling, and ray tracing. All that boils down to is simply just better graphics, which is good. For the people that are saying, oh, we don't need graphics ruin games, that is kind of true, but at the same time, games have progressively gotten better and we enjoy them more, also due to the fact that they genuinely look better. If you compare a game that you could play on, let's say, the PS2 to now, it's gonna look so much better. I mean, a game that's enticing me to even get the PS5 this year is Sparking Zero, which is just a continuation of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. If you look at BT3 to Sparking Zero, which one looks visually better? It's Sparking Zero. With all that in mind though, most people aren't going to be looking at this pixel by pixel to be like, yeah, this looks really good, let me spend $700. I do not think so. On top of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you don't have a screen that's able to actually utilize all of the graphics that are being presented, it's going to amount next to nothing. On top of that, if you're not even close to see the pixels, let's say you're sitting on a couch, are you really going to care that much? And in the middle of the action, no one's going to care that much. I feel like this was kind of a wasted opportunity to focus on pumping out games, first and foremost, and just improving the overall gameplay and performance. And speaking on performance, if more people from the data that you even collect yourself are picking performance mode, that means people really don't care too much about graphics. Now, I may be dramatizing the whole situation, but when you really think about it, what does this set for the future of consoles in general? High prices, not coming with what a console should come with, in my opinion. On top of that, there are speculations that the PS6 could come out in 2028, so that just even shows that this is going to be a short cycle for the PS5 Pro if you do get it. So realistically, I really don't like this new direction that PlayStation is going into, and this just happens because they're at the top right now. It's undeniable. Xbox has been fumbling with their gaming studios and just the console itself. Nintendo hasn't made any new console